Formula One is set to undergo one of the most significant regulatory overhauls in its history with the introduction of the 2026 regulations. These sweeping changes, which will impact both power units and chassis design, are expected to redefine the competitive landscape of the sport. Among those closely watching these developments is Adrian Newey, one of the most brilliant technical minds in Formula One history. Newey, who will be joining Aston Martin as their managing technical partner in March, has voiced concerns that the early years of the new regulations may lead to an era dominated by engine performance. Drawing parallels with the last major power unit change in 2014, Newey believes that one manufacturer could gain an early advantage, setting the tone for the initial seasons of this new era. When Formula One introduced hybrid power units in 2014, Mercedes emerged as the dominant force, capitalizing on its advanced engine design to establish a period of near-total supremacy. The intricate and sophisticated nature of the hybrid era made it difficult for other manufacturers to close the gap quickly. Newey sees a similar risk with the 2026 regulations. With the removal of the complex MGU-H component, one of the most challenging and costly elements of current power units, the 2026 engines will shift their energy recovery focus toward a more powerful MGU-K system. Additionally, the use of sustainable fuels and an override system designed to boost performance while following another car will fundamentally alter race dynamics. There has to be a big chance that it's an engine formula at the start, Newey said in an interview with Automotor UND Sport. I can't remember another time in Formula One when both the chassis regulations and the engine regulations have changed simultaneously, and where in this case the chassis regulations have been very much written to try to compensate. Let's say, for the power unit regulations. What this means is that, at least in the early stages of 2026, the team with the best power unit could enjoy a sizable advantage over its competitors. Much like Mercedes in 2014, one manufacturer could establish dominance before the rest of the grid has a chance to catch up. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 2026 regulations is the influx of new manufacturers. Aston Martin, Newey's future team, will benefit from a works partnership with Honda, a company that has already proven its ability to build race-winning power units. Saudi oil giant Aramco is also involved in providing sustainable fuels, which could be a key factor in performance. Audi is another major player entering the fray, completing its takeover of Sauber and developing a brand new power unit. Meanwhile, Red Bull has committed to producing its own engines for the first time at its Red Bull Powertrains facility in Milton Keynes, in partnership with Ford. Established manufacturers Mercedes and Ferrari remain in the game, both of whom have decades of experience producing competitive power units. However, the potential arrival of General Motors through its Cadillac brand adds another layer of complexity to the power unit battle. Renault, on the other hand, has decided to abandon its power unit program, opting to become a Mercedes customer through its Alpine team. Newey predicts that the direction of engine dominance will depend on which aspect of the new regulations provides the biggest competitive edge. If a manufacturer develops an exceptionally strong internal combustion engine, it could be a long-term advantage, as catching up in this area would be challenging under the current regulatory framework. However, if the difference comes from the electrical side of the power unit, teams may have an easier time closing the gap. If it's on the combustion engine side of it, somebody could come up with a dominant engine that will last through the length of the formula, Newey explained. Because the way the regulations are written, it's quite difficult for people who are behind to catch up. If it's on the electrical side, then there's much more ability to catch up if you're behind. Aston Martin's ambitious plans for the future are clear. With a brand new factory, state-of-the-art facilities, and now the addition of Adrian Newey, the Silverstone-based team is positioning itself as a serious contender in the coming years. While the team has made significant strides under the leadership of Lawrence Stroll, it has yet to challenge consistently for championships. Newey's role will be crucial in shaping the team's 2026 car. While he acknowledges that he has been away from the sport for several months, he is prepared for a rapid learning curve as he familiarizes himself with the new regulations. My concentration will clearly be on 26, Newey confirmed. No doubt Lawrence Stroll will want me to be a little bit involved in the 25 car. So, whether I can really contribute anything or not, I've got no idea until I start. I have little detailed knowledge of the new regulations on the chassis side, aerodynamics, and vehicle dynamics, so that will be a rapid learning curve. Despite his modesty, Newey's track record suggests he will have an immediate impact on Aston Martin's design direction. Having played a key role in championship-winning cars across multiple eras, his experience will be invaluable as Aston Martin aims to navigate the challenges of 2026 and beyond. As Formula One approaches its biggest regulatory reset in over a decade, the sport stands on the cusp of another transformative period. The removal of the MGU-H, the increased reliance on electrical power, the use of sustainable fuels, and the introduction of new manufacturers all point to an era of uncertainty and opportunity. Newey's concerns about an engine-dominated formula are valid, given historical precedents. The early years of this regulation cycle may favor teams with the strongest power units, potentially leading to another period of dominance before performance gaps are closed. For Aston Martin, the acquisition of Newey represents a statement of intent. With his expertise guiding their 2026 project, the team has a genuine opportunity to rise to the top of the Formula One hierarchy. Whether they can capitalize on this opportunity will depend on how effectively they interpret the new regulations and how competitive Honda's power unit proves to be. As teams begin serious development on their 2026 challengers, the next 2 years will be a race in themselves. The question now is, which manufacturer will get it right first? And will we see another dominant force emerge as we did in 2014? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. Formula One's next chapter is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing in the sport's history. Hello, McLaren faithfuls. Stand a chance of winning $1,000 by hitting that like button, drop a comment below, and subscribe so you never miss any McLaren and F1 updates with relaxing ASMR elements. Your support is what keeps this incredible community growing stronger every day. It costs you nothing to like and subscribe, but it helps the channel tremendously. Let's continue the conversation and share our passion for McLaren and F1 together. As a YouTube member, you can also discover my journey as a passionate creator navigating life with challenging disabilities. Despite the obstacles, I'm determined to follow my dreams and share my love for McLaren and F1 with the world. By becoming a YouTube member, you'll not only be supporting my dream, but you'll also gain access to exclusive content, including untold stories of legendary F1 drivers and much more. Your support can truly make a difference in my life, helping me continue to do what I love. Join McLaren Faithful's membership below and enjoy.